everybody, I'm here today to tell you how to control your emotions in 5 easy steps. In this video, I'll be going over 5 simple steps that you can use to control your negative emotions. Now that's right, in this video, I'm going to assume that you want to control your negative emotions and let your positive emotions flow. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. Step number 1 is to delay your reaction. You want to wait just a bit. Whenever you experience a negative emotion, your reaction usually comes very quickly after. If someone says something to you, if someone does something to you, if you see something that upsets you, your reaction usually comes within a matter of a few seconds. So step number 1 is to delay your reaction. Instead of reacting right away, take a few minutes at least and just cool yourself down, because that's going to allow you to control that emotion. If you just react, you are doing just that. You are reacting. You're not in control. You're reacting to something. But by acting, by delaying that emotion, that reaction, you are acting. You are taking control. So that's step number 1, is delay your reaction. Step number 2 is understand that you have power over your emotions. So many people feel helpless. They feel hopeless, helpless. They just feel like they don't have any power over their emotions. But in reality, they have complete control over their emotions. They have complete power over their emotions. And you need to actually understand that. You need to actually believe it, okay? So just think about this. Your emotions are sort of inside of you, and they make their way out through your body. You can control your hand. You can control your hand going like this. You can control your eyes and eyebrows going like this. You can control the way those emotions actually get out of you. And you can sort of tone them down or exaggerate them. So just you really have to understand that and believe that. Step number 3 is to look at the bigger picture. Listen, sometimes it's worth it to let those negative emotions out. Sometimes it is worth it. Sometimes you need to in one way or another. But, sometimes it's just not worth it. Sometimes a tiny little negative emotion can cause a chain reaction of a huge amount of things after, a number of things after. And the bigger picture sometimes is just not worth it. So look at the bigger picture. It might be worth it for you to let that emotion out. And even if you do let that emotion out, you're still in control of that emotion because you're choosing to let it out. It's not controlling you. But it might not be worth it. So look at the bigger picture. Maybe it's not worth it. Maybe you should keep that emotion not inside of you, but figure out a different outlet, as opposed to just snapping or losing your temper or getting angry or being very sad, whatever the case is, right? Step number 4 is to figure out the emotional trigger. Now, there's almost always going to be something that causes you to bring out that negative emotion, and more often than not, it's going to be something repetitive, something that it comes again and again and again. Maybe it's like you're driving and there's traffic, and that gets you so aggravated that you just snap in your car. You're experiencing road rage, and you know what? That is going to be the emotional trigger. So you want to figure out what it is that is causing you to have those negative emotions. And step number 5 is to possibly avoid the emotional trigger. So step number 4 is to figure out what it is, and step number 5 is try to avoid it. If it's like a one-off situation and it's just something that happens like once every 10 years, then it's going to be hard to avoid that emotional trigger, and it might not even be worth it to try to avoid it because it just doesn't happen often. But it's something that if it's something that happens once a week, once a day, once an hour, once a month, even once every 3 months, you want to try and avoid that emotional trigger. And if you avoid this one and that one and this one, and you keep identifying these little things that cause you to have these negative emotions, and you keep on avoiding them, guess what? Your life is going to be filled with positive emotions, and eventually you're not really going to experience many negative emotions. Obviously, we still experience disappointment. We still experience sadness. Those are completely normal negative emotions. But I'm talking about controlling some of the sadness, some of the disappointment, and pretty much all of the anger, or at least if you're angry, using that anger to help you get better, to improve, and so forth. And that's basically it. In this video, I've told you how to control your emotions in 5 easy steps. I've told you what the 5 steps are. I've told you how to use them to your advantage to control your emotions. Just remember, you are in control of your emotions. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.